Yeah, there's no koalas on this.
Okay, I don't think there's dingoes on her dress either. All right, well, your dress is super cool, Aya. Thanks for showing us.
Thanks.
Good morning, Catherine and Charles and Vina. How's everybody doing? Pretty good? Okay, let's go over our schedule for the day. And then maybe we'll read a book just for fun and do some calendar. All right, I'm gonna check off drop off and coloring because the kids at school are done getting dropped off. Now we're gonna do morning meeting. After morning meeting, it starts with
Why do they call it drop off and coloring? Why do they do the coloring part?
Oh, so in the morning, when the kids get dropped off, then they sit at their desks and they color for a little bit. Just while we wait for everybody to get settled in the classroom and start the day. Okay? Because we have a little bit of just like 10 minutes in between drop off and when we start morning meeting. Okay, so all right, so after morning meeting, we're gonna do journals. That starts with a J, journals. And then we're gonna do fundations. We know this is fundations because it starts with an F, fundations. And then we have a break for snack and recess.
Then music.
Then I see an M, so that's music. Works. After music, we're gonna switch to science. We're not doing.
I've never done science before. What's science like?
Ooh, I'm excited for you, Aya. In science, we're gonna start learning about our universe. And we're gonna start learning about the sun in science. So there's a little picture of a sun here. And then after science, we're gonna do library. And then math. This starts with an M, math. Then story time. And then if you're in the classroom, pack up and go home. If you're at home, you're done with me for today. Okay, so here's our schedule. So next on the schedule is morning meeting. Let's read a book for fun, and then we'll start some calendar. Okay, this book, because I think we're still getting some people. I think here comes Isley. All right, this book for fun is
Look at Rainbow Dash.
Oh, that's so cute, Aya. It's called Not Quite Narwhal. Not Quite Narwhal. Good morning, Isley. Happy Monday.
I have that book. My mom gave it to me.
Do you like it, Aya? It's a good one.
Yes, it's so good. At the end, it's really funny.
Really funny. Okay, here we go. Do you have this one, Adeline? Oh, not yet. Unicorn. Gotcha. Okay. Not Quite Narwhal. Kelp was born deep in the ocean. So there's Kelp. He knew early on that he was different from the other narwhals.
Look at the picture.
As long as everyone else's.
Look at the picture. The narwhal was like, and Kelp is like, blah.
Yep. He had different tastes in food. So the narwhals like to eat octopus, and Kelp is like, ooh, gross, I don't like octopus. And he wasn't a very good swimmer. But his friends didn't seem to mind, so Kelp decided that he wouldn't mind either. So even though Kelp was different from the other narwhals, they still accepted him. They didn't mind. Isley, do you want to say something? What do you want to say, Isley?
I want to show all the kids my little pup.
Oh, real fast.
So
Let's
cute,
check.
Isley.
There's Isley's little puppy right there, real fast.
So cute.
So cute. And her name is Rose, right? Rosie or Rose?
Rosie.
Rosie.
I know who Rosie is.
Rosie's gonna read the book with us. Okay, let's keep reading. That is until he was swept away on a very strong current. Oh no! And he says, I wish I were a better swimmer. Kelp found himself at the surface, closer to land than he'd ever been before. High up on a cliff, he spotted a mysterious, sparkling creature. It looked so familiar. It looked like Kelp. Look, he sees another unicorn up there. Kelp swam toward land as fast as he could, which wasn't very fast at all, hoping that he could catch up with the creature that looked just like him. When he finally reached the shore, Kelp felt a little bit anxious. He had never left the ocean. He was nervous about walking for the first time, but the land creatures made it look so easy. It wasn't. So first Kelp tries walking sideways like a crab, and he goes, oof. Then he tries hopping like a frog, and he goes, ow. Then he tried walking nice and slow and straight like a turtle. Eventually, he got the hang of it. Everything on land was strange and beautiful, but also a little bit scary. Kelp began to think he might never find the creature that looked just like him. But as he stumbled out of the forest, land narwhals? Actually, we're unicorns, and by the looks of it, so are you. So Kelp walked out of the forest and he found a bunch of creatures that looked just like him. And he thinks that they're land narwhals, narwhals that live on land. And all the creatures say, no, we're called unicorns. And you look like a unicorn too. So funny. Kelp had never heard of unicorns before. They taught him all sorts of new things about his tusk. We call them horns. Wow. They introduced him to unicorn delicacies, the unicone. And they showed him how to gallop. There was no doubt about it that Kelp was in fact a unicorn. He was having so much fun, he didn't want to leave. Yes, Wheeler. Oh, cool. But then he remembered all of his friends under the sea. Oh, he missed them terribly. So he said goodbye to the unicorns and returned to the ocean. Come back soon, they say. So he misses his narwhal friends, so he's going to go see them. Kelp swam toward home as fast as he could, which wasn't very fast at all, hoping that the narwhals would still like him now that he was a unicorn.
Well,
when he finally arrived, Kelp had butterflies in his stomach. It says, welcome back, Kelp. Do they seem happy to see him? Yeah, they still seem really happy to see him. Kelp took a big, deep breath and told his friends the news. As it turns out, I'm actually not a narwhal. Well, yeah, of course you aren't. I'm really a unicorn. Yeah, we all knew that. They took the news quite well. So it turns out they already all knew that he wasn't a unicorn. Are they all knew that he wasn't a narwhal?
Actually,
he was a unicorn.
I'm not a narwhal.
Yeah, they knew that, but they loved him anyway, right? We love it when our friends are different than us. Kelp was happy to be home.
I told you it would be good in the
He
end.
experienced life under the sea, or life on land with the unicorns. He couldn't seem to forget them. Did he want to be a land narwhal with the unicorns, or a sea unicorn with the narwhals? Kelp couldn't quite decide. But then he realized that maybe, just maybe, he didn't have to choose. Look,
Wait,
everybody's living and playing together, and now everybody's friends. The narwhals are teaching the unicorns things. The unicorns are teaching the narwhals things. They're all sharing what they know.
did you see that Kelp had the little stuffy narwhal?
So cute. Let's see.
The other page.
This one.
See down there, he has a little stuffy.
Narwhal. And then he drew pictures of a unicorn and a narwhal. He was really torn between which one he wanted to live with. But then he realized he didn't have to decide. He can be friends with both. And then the back is really funny. It's a rhinoceros, and it says, I'm a unicorn. And Kelp goes, so funny, so funny. Okay, so
I told you it would be funny in the end.
that was a book just for fun, and also to help us remember that, like, it's way more fun when our friends are different. Okay, yes, Charles, I see your hand up. What do you want to say, Charles?
Go to the last page in the book. I want to show you something that's really funny.
Okay, this one?
No, the
The
one
one
right
before
before
it?
it.
Okay, this one?
The unicorns are roasting the marshmallows on their horn.
Oh my gosh, that is so funny. You're right. The unicorn.
Hello, do you
the
want to
class.
burn your horns, the unicorns?
Roasting marshmallows on their horns.
Hello, do you want to burn
fun.
your horns?
Pretty fun.
You're gonna burn your horns on your head. Now you're never gonna have them again. Yeah, you can't work magic without horns.
Next for
You
more,
really want to burn your horns?
are gonna do some calendar. So let's come on over here to our calendar area. And let me get my pointer. Okay, there's our calendar. I am pointing to the month. Does everybody remember what month it is? Yes!
September.
Very good. What letter does September start with?
Tomorrow is the last day of summer.
September starts with an S. We're going to talk about that in just a second, Vina. Or not Vina, Islet, I mean. September starts with an S. If this month is September, let's look here at our months of the year. So if this month is September right here, what month was last month? Do you remember? August. Very good. If this month is September right here, what month will next month be? Yes. October with an O. Very good. Yes. Vina, do you have a question? You're good, Isley. Do you have a question, Vina? Do you want to unmute yourself or something you want to say? There we go. We can hear you. What do you want to say?
Like, what's that card on the calendar?
Oh, let's go over those cards on the calendar. Good question, Vina. Okay, so over here, you can see there's some different things happening this week. This is what Aya was talking about. This says fall begins. This is the first day of fall. Tomorrow is the first day of fall. We get a new season tomorrow. And then this day right here, it's a picture of a guinea pig and it says Wanda visits. Wanda's gonna visit.
So, Wanda's gonna visit.
We're gonna see Wanda visit. Okay, so Isley is quietly raising her hand. Yes, Isley.
Did you know that the more far you get from the Earth when you're in space, the less you get pulled from the Earth?
Okay, or you're talking about gravity and gravity. We're going to talk about that in science. Okay, so I think Wheeler has a question. Real fast, Wheeler, and then let's get back to calendar. What do you think, Wheeler? Oh, Wheeler asked, is it going to rain on the day Wanda visits? I'm not sure yet. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. Okay, now let's figure out the date. Yesterday was September 20th. So what do you think today is? What comes after 20? What do you think? Any guesses? Ford thinks 21. Elliot thinks 21. Harrison, that's a little hard one. Let's count to make sure. Let's make sure, because that's a little tricky. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, and 21. So today is September 21, September 21st. But what color is it? Let's see. We've got blue, red, red, blue, red, red, blue, red, red. Very good. So here's my red 21. What two numbers are in 21? A 2 and a 1. A 2 and a 1. All right, so I'm gonna put that right here, and now let's figure out the day of the week. So to figure out the day of the week, we point to the date, and we go up, 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 up. The day of the week starts with an M, and we know M makes a
Monday.
Monday. So let's come over here to our days of the week. Yesterday was Sunday. Today is Monday with that M. So I'm going to move my arrow down to Monday. Okay, so that means tomorrow is the first day of fall. We have a regular day Wednesday, but then Thursday, Wanda visits, yay! All right, now let's look at our pattern. So Wheeler did our pattern today. Wheeler is gonna be calendar helper this week. So he's gonna do our patterns this week. Let's see what kind of pattern Wheeler gave us today. All right, first let's do it by shape. You ready? Circle, rectangle, square, triangle. Circle, rectangle, square, triangle. Circle, rectangle, square would be next. Should we do it by letter or number next? What do you think?
Letter.
You want to do it by letter? We'll do it by letter and then number. Okay. A, B, C, D. A, B, C, D. A, B, C would be next. Very good. Yeah, and then D. C and then D. Okay, now let's do it by number. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3,
4.
4. Okay, and let's do, oh, Wheeler wants to do it by color too. Okay, we'll do it by color real fast. Let's see. We have pink, green, blue, orange. Pink, green, blue, orange. Pink, green.
No, I think that's yellow. I think the triangle's yellow.
It does kind of look, it's like a mix of yellow and orange. It's a weird color. Okay, let's go over to our weather. I know, Charles, the weather might be different for you in New York, but in Austin, the weather is not sunny and hot anymore. It's not sunny and hot. What is the weather outside today in Austin? Yeah, it's
Full.
rainy. It's been pretty rainy out there today. And
Yeah, it's pretty rainy.
It's very hot right now. And it's not.
I like your nail polish.
Oh, thank you, Aya. I painted it last night. Thank you.
It's beautiful.
It's been yesterday night.
Yes.
Are we gonna sign up and I can show you my toenail polish?
Yes. Do you know, Aya, you and I are gonna have the one-on-one Zoom this afternoon, so you can show me your nail polish.
Afternoon. The
Yes,
one-on-one
afternoon.
meeting this
Very
afternoon.
exciting. Okay, so it's not really cold, but it's cool out there. So cool is like it's not super duper cold. It's just a little chilly, a little bit cold. That's cool. So it is rainy and cool. Now this season is summer, but it's the last day of summer. Tomorrow is going to be the first day of fall. Today is the last day of this season. It's the last day of summer today. That is pretty exciting. Yes, and then it's one step closer to Wanda Day. You are right, Elliot. Okay, let's go over to our schedule and let's see. Let's do some checking off on our schedule. We're going to check off morning meeting because morning meeting is done. Let's see what's next on our schedule. Can anybody figure it out? It starts with a J. Ja. What do you think? Journal. Yes. Next on our schedule is journals. So let's see. Let me get our journals out. All right. Your journals look like this. So everybody get those journals out. All right, Colin,
Get a pencil, Isaac.
Where you got your girls? Adelaide's got
Have your own date,
wonderful.
right?
No.
Get those journals out. And we're gonna need a pencil. Let's see, Wheeler, does that look, is that the same? Find the one that looks like this. And Colin, find your journal. Everybody get those journals out. Good, Adeline found the right page. We're gonna go to the page. It's the next page in our journal. We're gonna go to the next page in your journal. You keep going. And it says, so the kids in the classroom have a little S at the top. Well, what letter does September start with? S, right? I'll be right there, Wheeler. It starts with an S. So I started you off with the date. So kids in the classroom and kids at home, if you're ready to start writing, kids at home, you can get a pencil out and write the date right there. Write the date. Let me get a pencil and I'll show you. And Catherine, if that's fine, if your parents already wrote the date for you, that's fine. Okay, so with your pencil, you're gonna finish writing the date. Well, the S is already there. Next is an E. I'm gonna try to do a lowercase e. Next is a P. You got it, Wheeler, yay! There we go. And then we figured out the numbers in today's date are 21. Remember, we figured out it was a 21 on the calendar. So there's my 21. And then the year 2020. 2020. Wonderful, Adeline. So 2020. All right, Colin, did you get your journal out? I see it right there. It's in your black pen. Good. Now, let's figure out what our journal says now that we have the date, September 21st, 2020. We figured out that today's Monday, right? And usually on Mondays, we do this weekend I. This weekend I want you to think about what you did over the weekend and draw what you did over the weekend right here. Draw what you did over the weekend. And then if you want in a little bit, we can share with the rest of the class if you want to. Then, if you want to, you could even try to finish the sentence writing what you did over the weekend. You could ask your parent to write it down, and then maybe you could copy it with pencil. If you're in the classroom, you can ask me to write it down, what you did over the weekend, and then maybe you can copy my writing in pencil there, okay? So right now, you should be writing the date, unless your parents already did, and then drawing what you did over the weekend, okay? And then in a little bit, we can share. Catherine, what do you need, sweetie? You want to unmute so you can hear? We can hear you? Okay, there's the date right there.
I stayed up past my bedtime.
Oh my gosh, so Catherine is gonna draw her staying up really late past her bedtime right there. She stayed up late this weekend. That's fun. Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna help the kids in the classroom. Kids at home, you can always unmute yourself and say, Miss Vanderetti, and I'll come over and help you, okay? All right. Ooh, you went on a trail with your cousin. Nice.
Oh, I think he lost it.
You're writing your journal with a pencil. You're writing here. Good job, got your pencil. All right. Awesome, you got a pencil. Which pencil do you want to use? A pencil, that's a marker. We need a pencil for the date. You always write in pencil. Which pencil do you want?
I see that I like has a marker.
No, we don't write in marker. You can color in marker in a minute, but which pencil? This one? Okay. So let's write the date. I already have the S for you. Well, you can draw in yellow, but first we're gonna write. Next is an E, a little lowercase e. lowercase t's of truth.
I'm gonna go to the actual way.
Yeah. So this is what you and then you can do a yellow excavator right there. As soon as you've done writing the
Do you like mine?
wonderful job writing the date. Very good. Next time, try to remember to write it.
Look, Miss Fender Andy, look what I did. Look what I drew.
But that's fantastic. Okay, draw what you did over the weekend, Wheeler.
Look what
All
I drew.
right, let's see. Oh, Aya, that looks like a really great illustration.
Me and my dad were walking the dog this weekend.
Oh, so Aya drew. Do you want to show us again, Aya? Aya drew her and her dad walking her dog over the weekend. Wonderful, Aya. Very good. Look at that. I even see the little dog on the leash. That is so cute. Okay, so Aya, some of us are still working on our journals. So if you want, you could color it in for a little bit, Aya. Because some of us are still working on our journals.
Can I go please remind my dad the one-on-one meeting?
Yes, you sure can.
Okay.
That is awesome. So you can color it in a second. But first, we need to finish writing the date. It looks so good. You can color it in yellow. It's down. Dog. That is the only job. Very good, Mom. And then a 2 and a 1. 2.
Next time, I'm going to do a big lobby.
And number 1. Nice. And another 2. 2s are tricky, but you're doing great. And then 0. Another 2. Oh, and 2s. And then a 0. And you're done. Now you can color your excavator.
It's already gone.
Oh, do you want to color it in yellow? You already drew it in pencil, but do you want to color it in yellow? Yeah? All right, Lila, what did you do this weekend? Yeah? Sure. So this weekend. Okay. And then you can draw your picture. My dad finished his day of work. And then you can draw your picture.
I better with George.
Oh, Colin, very good.
I know the monkeys a bit, not everyone.
All right,
No,
Colin.
it's
Oh my goodness, this looks so pretty. Is that the high heel? Walk with your friends? So nice.
I walked a lot.
It was such beautiful weather this weekend. I bet you that was really
I
great.
went swimming in that, in that the prom week that I walked out of the pool.
Oh, cool. Okay, well, you write on here, went swimming. And then you copy it in your journal. Make sure you do your writing in pencil, okay? So you can do your drawing in marker, and next time make sure you do your writing in pencil. When swimming. Okay, that's a nice illustration. Oh, looks good over here, Harrison. Okay, let's see. I love you did your writing in pencil. You put your drawing in marker with pencil. And what did you do this weekend, Harrison? Oh, you had a sleepover. Nice. So I could write sleepover, and you can copy it in pencil right here. I'll get you started with an S. Is that the bed right there? That's good. Next, L. All right. How's everybody doing with their journals at home? Does anybody want to share what you did over the weekend? Catherine, beautiful illustration. Tell us about your illustration. Catherine, what'd you do over the weekend? Oh, are you muted, sweetie? Let's unmute you.
This is my mom.
Okay, and what did you do with your mom this weekend?
Watch TV when I stayed up late.
You stayed up super late with your mom and watched TV. That sounds fun. What a fun little treat.
Only do that with my dad.
Oh, Wheeler does that with his dad sometimes, he said. All right. Charles. Oh, nice. Charles, you had your hand up. What'd you do this weekend?
I flew a kite. I flew a ladybug kite.
You said ladybug.
Okay,
I
Charles.
flew a ladybug kite.
Wait, you did what with the ladybug?
I flew a ladybug kite
Oh, there's his.
at the beach.
What kind of kite was yours again?
At the beach. And this blue stuff is the wave.
Oh my gosh, that's awesome. Charles did a ladybug kite this weekend. That's that red thing right there. I love it. Thank you, Charles, for sharing. Okay, Finn, I see your hand up. Finn, what did you do this weekend?
We flew a kite.
Oh my gosh, Finn and Charles both flew kites this weekend. That's so funny. Finn,
Yeah.
what kind of kite did you fly?
Just a normal one.
Just a normal kite. It was really windy in Austin this weekend. That was a good weekend for a kite.
It was at Emma Lawn.
Emma Long Park.
Oh, at Emma Long Park. That is such a pretty park. Wonderful. Did you have fun, Finn?
There were a bunch of dragonflies.
Really? That's pretty cool. Did you get to see any up close?
Right when I was about to say water, it just started raining again.
Oh, really? Oh, well, Finn, thank you so much for sharing. That's really cool that you and Charles both flew kites this weekend.
Pretty cool.
And Charles is all the way in New York, so you were flying kites on opposite sides of the country. That's pretty cool.
Whoa. That's cool.
Isley, I see your hand is up. What'd you do this weekend, Isley?
I hanged candy up on the tree with witch hat.
Did you put up Halloween decorations?
Like that. So, and we also put up a sign that said trick or treat, stay 6 feet, take a candy that's something sweet.
Oh my gosh, I love Halloween decorations. And you did a really good
So
illustration.
Isley hung the candy in the tree 6 feet away, so the kids in the neighborhood kept coming and getting the candy, and she had to refill it.
Oh my gosh, that is awesome, Isley.
And also, they also, like, I got to see one of the kids, and I also got the ice cream truck and got my favorite big pop.
Oh my gosh, the ice cream truck came too. What a fun weekend, Isley. Thank you for sharing. Okay.
Guess what?
Oh, what, Aya?
Guess what? Me and my dad saw one of our neighbors' Halloween decorations, and it was really creepy. They hanged napkins up on the trees.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, for it to look like real ghosts, and they put a skeleton coming out of the ground, graveyard like stones, and they put like eyeballs out of there. It was so gross.
Oh, on October 1st.
And they
I'm
put
gonna
it
bring
even
some-
a big giant tarantula.
Whoa, I'll bring some decorations to the classroom on October 1st. Okay, guys, we are going to do some checking off on our schedule. Y'all did a fantastic job with your journals. Vina, did you want to share your journal real fast? And then we're going to start what's next on our schedule. Okay, Vina did this weekend. I went swimming with my friend. I love it. That is what Ford did this weekend too. He went swimming this weekend also.
I was doing swimming. I was with my friend.
Don't pretend it's
Here's
real.
the picture. Here's me,
What?
and here's my friend. And here's the steps to get in.
Hey, you guys.
Fantastic, wonderful, Lisa. And I love your writing in the lines. That is perfect. Good job. Finn, did you have your hand up? Do you want to share anything before we start? Foundations? I sure can.
Got a toy snake.
Ooh, a toy snake. Awesome. Do you know what kind of snake it is?
It's not a cobra, but it is just a normal snake.
Yeah, maybe I see red and yellow and black. Maybe it's a coral snake.
Mm,
It's supposed to be a coral snake.
I think they are. Yeah.
Oh, so let's see. Adeline did this weekend and she went on a little hike with her cousins there. What a beautiful illustration. Oh, I love everybody's journals. So Adeline, do you want to get a pencil? We can do some writing real fast. And then let's do some checking off on our schedule. Isley, I see your hand up.
Did you know that if you want, like I was going, Mom sent me up to have a meeting with you so I could show you the things I love.
Goodness, that is awesome. I will have to check that Google Docs sign up. That makes me very happy, Isley. All right, let's do some checking off on this schedule. Let's see. We are done with journals. You all did a great job with what you did over the weekend. Lots of great illustrations, lots of great writing. Everybody had a fun weekend. So I'm gonna check off journals. Next on our schedule is Fundations with that F. Fundations. Okay, let me get our Fundation stuff out. Yep, we're gonna get Echo out. Okay, so we can go ahead and close our journals. Go ahead and close your journals. Good. And now we're gonna get our Fundations packets out. Now we're gonna get Fundations packets out. Yes, Adeline. Do you want to change it? Sure. You can change it. Do you need a new one or do you have one from home? Okay. All right, guys. We did you last week. We did you, remember? But we did not learn how to write you. We ran out of time for practicing writing you. So we're going to learn how to write you right now. Okay, are you ready? So you're gonna need your markers and boards for this. You're gonna need your dry erase marker and your dry erase board. And Adeline, just let me know if you need some help, sweetie. Okay? All right. Yeah, we haven't done you writing yet. All right, so I'm gonna use this big board over here so you can see really well. All right, so does everybody have their dry erase marker and their dry erase board out? All right, so we're gonna practice. Okay, we're gonna practice uppercase U and lowercase u. You can choose to write on the big side of the board or the little side of the board. It's up to you as long as you write in the line. Remember, here's skyline, here's plain line, here's grass line, there's worm line, but we won't go down to worm line for you. All right, first, let's start with uppercase U. Uppercase U goes from the skyline all the way down to the grass line. All right, are we ready? Put your marker on the skyline and go all the way down to the grass line and then curve up back to the skyline. And there's uppercase U. Now, double check. Make sure that your U doesn't go above the skyline. Make sure that your U doesn't go below the grass line. Also, make sure that your U has a curvy bottom. Make sure it has a curvy bottom.
Not a movie.
Yeah, because look what happens if your U has a pointy bottom. Look what it turns into. Look, what letter is that? That's a V. That's why we need to make sure we do curvy bottoms because we're doing U. Right? All right. Let's do you.
I did lowercase. I cannot do you. I did lowercase and uppercase.
All right. How are those U's going? Those uppercase U's?
I'm not good.
Looks good. Well, that's okay. Keep practicing. Looks good, Catherine. Wonderful. Good job. Isley. Oh, Colin and Adeline. Those look wonderful. Uppercase U's. Very good, Colin. Okay. Let's see. Finn, very nice uppercase U. Okay. How'd we do with those uppercase? That looks great, Charles and Aya and Vina. I think we've got uppercase down. Good job, Wheeler. Looks awesome, Wheeler. Yeah. Okay, now let's work on lowercase u. Now, lowercase u, it only goes from plain line to grass line. And there's two ways to do lowercase u. I'm going to show you both of them, and you can pick and see which one you want to do, okay? So if you want, you can keep your uppercase u on the board if you want, but I'm going to erase mine. All right, let's do some lowercase u. Charles, did you have a question before we start or something you want to say?
You said it doesn't matter if we do it on the little side and the big side. What does the little side and the big side mean?
Let me show you. Let me grab somebody's board and I'll show you. Or Catherine can show us. Catherine has her board right there. So do you see Catherine's screen, Charles?
Yes.
Okay, so that's the little side of the board. The lines are close together. And now Catherine is showing you the back. That's the big side of the board. You got it? Okay, cool. That was a good question, Charles. Thanks for helping, Catherine. Okay, now let's do lowercase u. So, Colin, let's erase those so you have room. So, lowercase u goes from plain line to grass line. So, put your markers on the plain line. So, Wheeler, erase that, markers on the plain line. And then we're going to go down to the grass line and curve back up to the plain line. Now, if you want, you can leave your lowercase u like this. That's a great lowercase u, as long as it's only from plain line to grass line. Or you can do the lowercase u's right there, so with that little straight line tail. So lowercase u only goes from plain line to grass line. So let's see like this. Plain line to grass line. If you raise your hand like that. And then a straight line down to the grass line. Either one is okay. You can choose to do either one as long as your lowercase u doesn't go above the plain line. It doesn't go below the grass line. And it has a curvy bottom. Okay? Vina, those look wonderful. I'm going to go and help if you quietly raise your hand. I'm going to do some help with the kids in the classroom, and I will be right back, kids at home. Vina, those look wonderful. Maybe y'all can try a couple more lowercase u's. All right. I'm going to do silly ones for the next letter we learned. We're about to do our C. I'm going to do a silly one for that. So Colin, that uppercase u. Right. Now, let's try some lowercase u. Lowercase u. Plain line. All right, try some like that. Look at that. Very good lowercase u.
It's a V. It looks
Good.
like
Wonderful. Very good. You did, Colin. That was fantastic. Yay. All right. Everybody's doing really great. Anybody at home want to show me their lowercase u's before we keep going? Nice lowercase u, Isley. Isley did some spelling on there too. Cool. Okay. So now I'm gonna ask everybody, we're not quite done with our markers and boards. So I'm gonna ask you to like put those off to the side for a second, okay? So just put your markers and boards off to the side for a second, but make sure your marker cap is back on because we don't want it to dry out, okay? And we need to get caught up in our blue notebook. So now get your blue notebook out of your foundations bag. It has a little cat on it. Good job, Colin. Now get your blue notebook out of your foundations bag. And we need to do U page. There's the U page. So the U page is on page 9. I will, yes. The U page is on page 9. So for you, I want you to trace the lowercase u with your finger, and then you can color in the up arrow to help us remember that U makes an sound like up. So you can color in the up arrow however you like to help us remember that U makes the sound like up. Okay, so trace that lowercase u with your finger. You can quietly raise your hand and I'll come to you. And then you can color in that U however you'd like.
Can you also color in the arrow?
Now, let's find that blue student notebook. Let's find that U page on page 9. There it is. So trace the U with your finger and then color in that up arrow however you like. All right, let's see. We're looking for yes, but not yet. And also use pencil, right?
Your necklace. Your necklace.
You can color in however you want. So when we're writing, we'll use pencil. When you're coloring in or drawing, you can use anything you want, right? So we are going to color in that up arrow to help us remember that U makes an sound. Very nice coloring, Catherine. Nice. So when we're writing, we always use pencil. But when you're drawing or coloring, you can use markers, crayons, or colored pencil.
Oh, you could use scissors.
Not for coloring.
Yeah, because scissors don't make it color. Make it
Okay. So you can keep on working on coloring that up arrow. You can keep coloring. I'm going to review the letters we've already done because here's what we're going to do next. Next, we're going to do page 10. So look, you were on page 9 doing the U. We're going to do page 10 next, and it looks like you need to use a pencil to match the letters we've done with their picture. Okay, they've done that first one for you, T to top, T to top. So with a pencil, you can draw a line from the T to the picture of the top with your pencil. Okay, I'm going to be right back. I'm going to help some kids in the classroom.
Mommy, look. It goes to brighter and brighter and brighter. Look.
Good idea.
Okay, so we've done the T for top. Nice, Colin. Very good. So now we can get a pencil out.
What do you do on page 10?
Let's go over it together. We're gonna do, I'm gonna use a black marker so y'all can see, okay? But I want y'all to use pencil. We're gonna make a line from T to the top because T, top, top. Good job, Catherine. Okay, let's do B next. Let's do that B. Does anybody remember what picture goes with B? Anybody remember? Catherine got it, a bat. Right?
It's a bat.
Yes, the bat, like a baseball bat. So we're gonna draw a line from the B to the bat, the baseball bat. Okay? Oh, and get a pencil out. Good. That's that. Awesome. We learned now go to the next page. This page right here. Or when you're done. See? You got it? So now we're going to draw lines to match the letters to the pictures. Next is F. Do you remember what picture went with F?
Do.
Yes, it was a picture of fun.
Fun.
Yeah, good job.
Fun
I
goes with it.
picture of fun. So we need to draw a line in pencil from the F to the picture of the fun. Nice.
Sorry, Laura just called me my stepmom.
Oh, that's okay, sweetie.
She always calls me.
You're on the right page. It's right there, Wheeler. You're on the right page already. Get a pencil out, sweetie. Get a pencil. Okay, now let's do the N. Somebody remember what picture went with N? Anybody remember which one went with N? Nut went with the N, right? A picture of a nut. So we're going to draw a line from the N all the way down to the nut. Nice work, Colin. Good job, Wheeler.
I remember what starts with M. I remember which thing is for
Wait,
M.
what starts with M, Mom? Aya, which one is for M?
M. Man.
Yes,
What's it?
M was the
Man.
right? M.
I.
Next is I. We're going to draw a line from M all the way up to the top to the man. You got it, Colin? Charles, what do you want to say?
I'm done with doing that.
Ooh, nice. Cool. All right, we're almost
Now-
done. After M, does anybody remember I?
Yes.
It was I. It was itch. The monkey itching. Itch, right? So we're gonna draw a line from
Where is-
I.
Where is the I?
Right there.
With a dot on top?
Yes.
The itchy monkey. All right, Colin. Okay, last one. We just did this letter. It's the letter U for up. So we're gonna draw a line from
Guess
the
what?
U
Guess what? On Friday, I got my flu shot.
to the up arrow. Awesome, Aya, so did I. That's so cool. So we're gonna draw a line from the U to the up arrow. Good job, Colin. All right, nice work, Catherine. Good job, Ashley.
Why do I need to stay in
All
there?
right, good job, everybody. I know we are running a little bit behind today, but that's okay. We're gonna keep on going. We're almost done with foundations, almost ready for our break. Okay, that was great, Wheeler. Nice job with this, everybody. Okay, now let's work on our new letter for today. I really like this letter because I really like the picture that goes with it, okay? It's the letter C. It's the letter C, and this is one of my favorite animals. C makes a k sound like cat. So we
It's a cat.
Cat.
So cute. A cat. So
Cat. C. Cat. Cat. C makes a k sound like cat.
cute.
All right, everybody. I'm gonna say it,
Look, there's the same exact cat on the front of our notebooks.
and then you're gonna say it. You're right, I am. Okay, my turn first, then your turn. C. Cat. Cat. Now your turn.
Cat.
Let's do it one more time. C. Cat. Cat. Now your turn.
The cat. Cat.
Awesome.
I love Echo.
Good at
She's
that.
so cute.
So good at that. Okay, let's do coloring the cat in our notebook. So we just did. I know we're doing a lot of fun pieces, guys. You're doing great. I know we're doing a lot. I will help you find the right page, everybody. We just did this page, right? The C page is just one more page over. And I want you to trace that lowercase c with your finger and then color in the cat however you want. The foundation people colored in their cat an orange tabby with a little white chest, little white paws, and a little white tail. But you can color in your cat however you want.
We've seen tabbies before. Me and my
Yeah.
dad and Laura, we've seen tabbies before, but we don't
If you
own.
want to draw a tabby, you can color in your cat a tabby. Tabby cats have stripes. I know Catherine has a tabby cat with stripes named Quentin, but it's like a brownish gray tabby, right? It's not orange. So you can color in your cat however you want. Oh, Catherine's coloring in her cat like Quentin. So trace that letter C, the lowercase c with your finger, and then color in your cat however you'd like. I'm going to help some people in the classroom get to the right page. Oh, you got it. Good job, Colin. You can color in that cat however you'd like. Nice work, everybody. You have to find the right page. You already got it. Awesome. Okay, while you're coloring, let's go over some things that start with C while you're coloring, okay? Oh, Charles, I love that cat.
Miss Vanderandy,
Precisely.
when will we have our break?
We're almost done. This is the last thing we're doing for foundations. I know we're running a little bit behind today. We ran out of time for some things, but this is the last thing we're doing before the break. All you have to do is color the cat and you're done. Okay, we've got uppercase C and lowercase c. All right, try to think and try to guess what I'm thinking of. This is an animal that starts with a k sound. They go moo.
Cow, 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 cow.
Cow starts with a C. Cow.
Catherine.
Yeah, and Catherine starts with a C too. That's right. Okay. This is something that's great, and Colin too. This is an animal that starts with a k sound, and it says meow, meow.
Cat, 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 cat. I love cats. They're so cute when they meow, but especially Kingston. Yes.
Little quiet. This is a type of vegetable that's yellow, and sometimes you eat it like this. It starts with a
Corn. Corn. Corn.
Corn starts with a C. Yes. This is something delicious that tastes so good. And a lot of times you eat it on your birthday. It starts with a K sound. Cake. Cake starts with a K sound, a C. This is something that is also really delicious and yummy to eat. And it starts with a K. And Adeline got them for her birthday.
Cupcake. My last birthday, I had cupcakes
Adeline
when I
got these for her birthday. Cookies. foundations today. You did a lot of work for foundations because we had to get caught up. Tomorrow, we'll learn how to write the letter C. So I'm gonna check off foundations. Next on our schedule for the kids in school is snack and recess. Next on our schedule for the kids at home is a break. Okay, when we get back, we're gonna be in Miss Burke's music class. So you can end this Zoom because when we meet again after the break, we're gonna be in Miss
Miss
Burke's
and Randy.
okay? 1 second, Isley. Vina, you're raising your hand. What do you need, Vina? Okay, guys, do you want to put everything away on the desk? What do you need to tell us, Vina, and then Isley?
When are we going to do this?
Oh, I know that we were supposed to do this today, but we ran out of time, so we'll have to do it tomorrow. Okay, we'll do this tomorrow because we ran out of time. Finn, you have your hand raised. What do you need to tell us, Finn?
Supposed to do that worksheet today, but since we ran out of time.
Did you want to tell us something, Finn? You have your hand
Yeah.
raised? Okay, what do you want to say?
So these snakes, they are actually more poisonous than a cobra.
Whoa, is that the coral snake?
Yeah.
Yeah, coral snakes are definitely venomous. But the good thing about coral snakes are they're not very aggressive. They're really shy. So even though they're really, really, really venomous, they don't bite people a whole lot because they're pretty shy. If they see somebody, they just kind of slither away. They get scared and slither away. They would only bite if they feel scared or threatened. Like
If someone is like, stop.
Exactly. Then they would bite and use all their lots of venom. But they're pretty shy.
Oh, when would they bite?
If somebody threatens them. If they get really
What does
scared.
threaten mean?
Threaten means if you try to hurt them or attack them or something, they would get scared.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay, everybody. I will see you after our break in music class. I'll
You
see
say bye?
in music.
Bye. It's all right.